detect pretty easily. And yeah, we just got tower advancing in general actually. Got quite a concerted defense by the tower, but yeah, they started getting pushed back though. At the very least they'll be able to take back a single war track, but yeah, they don't seem to have any actually yeah, they do have a couple of anti-vehicle units, but they're getting driven back as well. The orcs are just sending so much at them, and yeah, they got a few detectors just sprinkled about, and yeah, that's enough to render those stealth suits pretty much useless. Maybe they might have been better off harassing an undefended portion of the Space Marine's base, but in any case we have a pretty massive force of orcs, almost pure orcs actually, just regaining control over the midpoints there. Oh, that's a nice ability going on by the Dark Elder actually. That's the Soulstorm ability. The game is named after, which basically does area of effect damage. So as you can see, all of that little twinkling crap around the orcs, it basically shows that they're taking damage, and that's just incredible. That those orcs, because they were bunched up like that, they would have taken immense amounts of damage. So that would have made a pretty big difference to the defense of the tower base, and yeah, certainly make it much easier for them to defend as well. So yeah, we've got, I think the remainder of the orc, war tracks seem to have fallen. So yeah, it looks like they don't have any more disruption going down. We've got some of their heavy melee units still up and running though, the knobs, but looks like they've just been, they have the Crucible of Malediction used on them as well, so yeah, that's making them attack each other, as you can see. Seeing some pretty good disruption actually by both Tower and Dark Elder, certainly using all abilities at their disposal, using melee units and Space Marines to help contain them, and as well as dancing their troops away from the big knobs, or rather just the knobs from the orcs as well. But, so as you can see, they might just regain this point as well. Actually, I'm not sure why I went there. So yeah, as you can see, we've got some pretty good attacks and counter-attacks going on by both right and left teams though, but with the Orc forces and Space Marine forces especially being thinned out, I'm not entirely sure what else they can pull out the hat really. It looks like the war tracks really did help hold the line before, but anti-vehicle units eventually did get the best of them though, so. And yeah, at the moment we're just seeing Dark Elder with their Archon and Scourges? Yeah, Scourges with Dark Lancers for anti-vehicle, anti-building stuff, just tearing apart the Space Marine base. And yeah, there we go, there goes their listening post. Space Marine squad getting chased by the Archon, who doesn't appear to be using any... okay, yeah, they're using Crucible Malediction, just what I was about to say, they weren't using anything. So yeah, as you can see, they're also using the Crucible Malediction. For some reason they're staying in range stance. I don't know why they're doing that. Space Marines would probably be better off if they were, or rather, Archon squad would have done much better if they targeted the Space Marines in melee. But as you can see, they're tearing it up. That squad pretty effectively. Got a pretty massive battle going on here with the Corruption, or the Dark Elder version of Corruption, going down, doing well, that basically weakens the armor of various units at a coordinate, which makes them take that much more damage, so it doesn't do any damage of itself though. So it's just utter carnage at the moment. So orcs looks like as if they were going to counter-attack on the left, but yeah, they just got pushed back though once the Dark Elder player diverted their attention back to the orcs, or rather back to the orcs in the Space Marines base. And as you can see, oh, interesting. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, they're just getting driven back straight into the orcs base. Actually, if they're not careful with the Scourges, they could lose a rather expensive squad to yeah, just to the base defenses on the orc base. Actually, they're just having to run past them. So yeah, so far the only thing that Dark Elder have left is the Archon, and yeah, the tower's still going pretty strong though. So I'd say at the moment it's slightly in the left player's favour, especially with those kinds of abilities going down. As you can see, they're just making squads attack themselves. It's kind of comical to watch actually. And yeah, at the same time they had that that marker light ability going down by the Tau Pathfinders as well, which makes them take more range damage. So seeing some pretty good ability use by these sides. I'm not entirely sure, I don't think we've seen much ability use going down by the Orcs or the Space Marines, except maybe from the Librarian and the Orc, the Big Mech. Big Mech for teleporting his Orcs around, but haven't seen much more ability use than that though, so I'm not saying that it all rests on ability use, but as you can see they can certainly help turn the tide of battle, especially when you have things like Soulstorm going down over the heads of all those Orcs at once. That was one hell of a battle turn here. But yeah, we've got the Orcs counter-attacking though. They've got a pretty significant force of knobs and flash kits as well, looking pretty flashy. And yeah, looks like they just set off a snare trap as well, so they, as you can see, that inhibits their movements. But they're gradually making, very gradually making their way to the Tau base though, and it looks like they've only got a few squads at their disposal. They're going to have a bit of a hard time pushing these Orcs back, and yeah, there's quite a few shooters actually they have at their disposal, or whatever the guns are called, I can't remember. But basically, flash kits have a bigger version of the shooter that regular Orcs have. Yeah, we've got a bit of a defense by the fire warriors, but yeah, Space Marines also putting pretty good ability to use. That was the Psychic Inquisition ability going down. However, we've got another Soulstorm ability going down, so these Orcs we're just taking massive amounts of damage, and the that Skyfing ability by the Day of Destruction, or Dace, or Die of Destruction, whatever they call it, going down as well, which yeah, just does so much damage over a over an area. So as you can see, the whole squad, well, perhaps several squads of Orcs just wiped out just in that initial blow. Quite incredible actually. So it looks like that's what the Chaos Space, not the Chaos Space, but the Dark Order were waiting for. They were waiting to get that unit out so they could help drive the Orcs and Space Marines back. And yeah, they've done a pretty good job of it actually. Counter-attacking with some of their more elite units, such as the War Beast as well. So the only units we have remaining of the right players, Orcs and Space Marines combined, is just these knobs, and as you can see, they're getting torn apart pretty badly. They're being forced to retreat under gunfire, and they just had that ability put down by the Archon as well that causes them to be rooted in place. Probably should look that up actually. I think it's I can't remember, some sort of draining ability, because it also drains their a tiny bit of their health as well. And yeah, that's a pretty big camp generator the Orcs have built, and yeah, looks like it's just a matter of Dark Eldar and Tau just to mop up their base, their respective bases. Really, they've certainly got the army advantage at the moment. Only thing we're seeing so far is just a small squad of Grey Knights from the Space Marines. That's certainly not really going to do much more than. Well, it's not really going to slow down now. Not really going to slow down the Tau or the Dark Eldar. We're just going to town on the Orc base. Orcs retreating though towards their bottommost relic points there, and it looks like they've also activated the fighting juice ability. So it looks like they might have had it's one of their doctor units, Mad Docs, around. But in either case, yeah, it looks like they're out of the battle at the moment, and and that's good. Archon squad are pretty much just watching the Orcs rip themselves apart with that ability. It's incredible to see it in action, really, especially when it's used against elite squads like that. Especially when they have a commander in unison, that's pretty good. So as you can see, the knobs are just getting torn up by the Dark Archon, and yeah, his various abilities going down, and yeah, as you can see, they're about to get killed off. We'll see a special sync kill here. There you go, just showing utter contempt for the knob there, as you can see. Looks like we have okay, that must be the remainder of the flash kits who got driven back before. As you can see, they're getting killed off just by the listing posts in the Dark Eldar base, actually. Just kind of funny to watch because they're considered pretty elite units, although they're kind of fragile, but they got some very good firepower, ranged firepower on their hands. So as you can see, the Dark Elder just pulling out all the stops. They're just going straight for the Orcs headquarter building, which is the or headquarters building, I should say, which is the settlement. And from what I can see, yeah, they also use the corruption ability on that as well to make it go down that much faster. So there we go. Third game in a row that I've commented on. That's certainly a first for me. So it should be interesting to see how they upload. Hopefully, I'll just be able to upload all of them at once. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So if all goes as planned, you should be able to watch all of these videos at just about the same time, really. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, so stay tuned for more. We got more game sites coming out, more Flash games coming out, and yeah, as you can see, more commentaries coming out as well. So got some pretty good times ahead. So yeah, probably see more. Well, either next week or maybe over the weekend or something. So until then, this has been Damien Vidovic signing off.